Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 17 of the Foster Child Challenge. And if you are returning, welcome back. And in this part, we're going to be at the new store that our family has bought. And of course, while we're here, it's set up so that the kids and whatnot can continue to work on their skills that they need to do. So I just thought, since it was Sunday, we need to try and sell some of the paintings that they had made so that they don't have extraordinarily high bills, and also because they are still trying to work on paying off their home, which is a little side part of the challenge that I've made myself. That is not part of the original Foster Child Challenge. So as you may or may not remember, we have our first teen, and I was taking a look at her character values, and I realized her emotional control is not good at all. So I have her off doing some writing in journal, which will help her here with a little bit with her best-selling author aspiration, because she needs to write for an hour while inspired. So hopefully continuously writing in her journal for emotional control will help with that, and also help with her emotional control. And then we will eventually work on some more of this. And I had said that for the teens, they needed to have, I'm pretty sure it was 3 character values in the positive. They need an A in high school, and they need to either max a career, a teen career that is, or complete 1 or 2 parts of their adult aspiration that they got as a teen. So we'll see. I think they need to do, yes, on the next part of the best-selling author, they also need to write 5 good books. I remember that now, and have written for so many hours. So we probably can get her through to her 2 tiers of her aspiration. The reason I probably made it 1 or 2 is because sometimes they need to become an adult to complete the second part. So of course that wouldn't actually be even possible. But so she's doing that. I think you have done that long enough, and I think it's time to open this store. Now, if you have seen my cats and dogs let's play, this is essentially the same store setup that I had there, where essentially the store itself is kind of outside. There's a wall, you put the paintings on it. Of course, I'm doing this because the street gallery is still broken, and there is a roof, which I'll show you here in case you haven't seen that part. It's the exact same building. I just have saved it to my library. It's not on the gallery, it's just a basic, and then there's a bathroom for everybody else, and of course a bathroom for whoever happens to be using the store. And in this case, the tub is useful because we have a toddler. Now, okay, we have a pop-up, a balanced meal. And let me think what she needs to work on the most. I think I might work on the eating dirt is, I don't agree with that anyways. I'll do that. So they need to work on their manners a bit more. So nobody is here yet. I thought I gave it a 50% markup. I'm going to close again because I was pretty sure that I had set it as a 50% markup. So I don't know why. Oh, okay. I thought it was 25. All right, I'm going to do 50 because I think that might help. I think it was when I had him with him, he had a 50% markup, which is funny. I didn't realize it could be different for different Sims. I've never really paid much attention to that, I have to say. So that's something that I learned, even though it's been a while since I played with retail, other than I've started using again since the street gallery is broken. And I did put a bed here we had them in our inventory because of Shahir, not because the other kids are all kids now, and so I stuck all the toddler beds in the inventory, the family inventory. So we're getting a little bit of money there. I was going to have him play with emotional control, but his piano skill wasn't high enough to be able to do emotional control, so that's why he is not doing that. So she's still writing, and she's inspired, and I don't know, because it stops and starts, if it'll count, and if not, we'll just have her come over here and actually write some short stories, and she can listen to some music. And she is she's rocketing up. She's level 4 of that. Now, has anybody even come? Oh, we finally have our first possible customer. So we have another one. I know I did. So we're going to greet some customers. They were being romantic over there. And we already know, sometimes I switch my setup so that it's like not the Sims 4. It's the, if you go here, I'll just show you what I'm talking about. It's probably easier to show than to say because I'm not describing it very well. If you go into, I believe it's gameplay, and you can turn on traditional social menu. So I think I'm going to do that because that helps when I'm doing retail, I find. And I'm going to turn it back because I don't want it in there permanently. But so if you see here, instead of having suggestions right away, you can get right to retail, and it can make it a little bit easier when you are doing retail. Oh, Diego earned a whopping 30 simoleons busking. Retail suggest options. Oh, and we have someone else here. I think you need to come. I had her painting because she needed one more painting. I think I have the more expensive ones up on the wall. So we'll do a abstract. I guess she's going to do it on her own. But I wonder if she can talk a little bit while she is doing that. No, we're not going to close the deal. I hope you're not blocking. No, I don't think you're blocking the bathroom. Because that's one good thing with Sims 4 is they can really get around a lot better. And did I lock this? Yeah, it is. It is locked. So that's fine. Oh, he's hungry. Oh, sorry, he's angry. So why don't you come in and you will potty? Because you have maxed your potty skill. So go over there and go potty, and then maybe you should have a little sleep over there. Because we have a bed there, so you can look after your needs. And I think whoever was playing the piano is having a shower. I don't know if he was playing the piano, but someone's having a. Hopefully they don't get embarrassed when the toddler comes in. I'm thinking they may. I think I need to put a little wall up there to make it a little bit more private in that shower area. And how are you doing? He looks like he has the highest blue, so we're going to talk a bit more to him. Because he's a little bit closer to being able to do that. And I had someone who was working on some social. Oh, you're not going to make a mess. And she's working on a creativity because she needs to do that one. And she only needs to play for 1 more hour. So you can keep on playing, girl. That's all I can say. You don't need to make a mess either. You can kind of probably... Why don't you come and talk to people? Can kids... Why don't you... What? Oh, I'm curious if she has completed her social aspiration. I'm guessing she hasn't. No, she hasn't actually completed... She's only completed mentally gifted, and she's about to complete her creativity one. And you're doing something, so what you can do after you're finished playing, you can clean that. And... Oh, she completed that aspiration. I just clicked off her, and there she is. So she has done the one that she needs to do. And I'm going to put her over to social, because she needs to meet Sims, so she can do that right here. She can do some friendly introductions, which will also help her with her manners, which is really good. And we already know him. Well, we can do some more friendly introductions, and I didn't see a pop-up that was a masterpiece, and it's not actually worth very much. I am just toying with the idea of having her get a painting career, but I think that would be better to do once our youngest is a toddler, is a child and not a toddler anymore, because the benefit of the painting career is that they can sell at a 25% markup to the art gallery when they get to the right level. And I know if she has the connections trait, it'll start in right away. Okay, we've got some more pop-ups. Witness to a bully. Some kids at school are being mean to my friends. I think we're going to get in and step in and stand up for your friend. No wonder their manners are all really bad, but I keep choosing the ones that I guess aren't so good for their manners. Aren't as, don't help their manners very much. Why don't you come here and use the bathroom, and then why don't you come over here and rally the troops. Of course, that's going to take, clubs, so that everybody is in better shape, because it is late. It is very late. So they haven't had any luck, and I have been finding that. That's why I only did the 50% markup, because I found when I did use 100% markup, which is what I normally use, it seems to take a very long time. And we're going to keep doing some more. So this is just sort of more of the same stuff. So we're going to stay here and let the kids work on their various things and whatnot. And I will be back if anything of significance happens. Well, it's now Monday morning, and Annie did go to school. The rest I had to take the day off because they are all at A's, and of course I'm just having them work on the various aspirations and also their character values. Now, we did have some success with the sale. Let me go back on to Lacey. They had sold they sold 5 paintings, and they made $41,852,000 simoleons. So we're going to close the store because we're going to leave here now. I just want to show you what their earnings were. I don't know whether the markup actually has much of an impact, because I can't say that that's a lot to sell in that length of time with the 50% markup. So perhaps whenever I come back, I might try the 100% markup and see if it's much different. So we got a few perk points. I don't know that there's really anything that is much use that we can buy. What I find the best is the faster checkouts when you're doing it yourself, and we don't have enough perk points to be able to buy that, so that's that. I'm going to transfer some funds over because we also got our bills, and they were pretty high, which makes sense since they still have a lot of value in their paintings, which I normally would have frog breeding going on. I deleted the last ones, and I of course had Annie do her homework and her extra credit work because she's working. Speaking of working, let's have her study hard because she needs to, though of course she's going to come home with her fun in the tank because of that, because I find the teens take a lot to get. And she wrote her first book, so she's did her writing for an hour inspired and has written her first book. Our bills are $9,588, so they're really, really high. And so we have enough money, but the fact is we also want to try and pay off our house. But once we transfer some money out of here, transfer business funds, we may as well transfer almost all of it because they don't really need very much in the business. But maybe I'll do $42,000 from the retail to the household. There we go, because they have what they need pretty much here, so they're fine. Now, I don't remember whether I brought this with me. I'm going to assume that I did. So because I'm going to assume that I did, I'm going to put that in his inventory because we don't want to have to rebuy it when we get home. I do know that I did buy certain things here, and I know that this was brought with us. Someone brought it. I can't remember which child. Oh, it looks like someone's about to play with it, but I'll put that in their inventory, and it looks like the violin that was brought is already in somebody's inventory. So we're going to take them home, and I'll pay their bills and pay off their, more of their mortgage on their home, and then I will be back. Well, it's now Monday early evening, and Annie went to school and she came home with an A, so she's doing quite well. And I thought I would send Beatrice over here because I noticed there was an adult, so she has now become friends with 2 adults. I think she had already attained one of those when we were at the retail store, and she already is friends with 2 of 3, and there's a child over there, so hopefully she'll be able to go over and become friends. And she's trying to fix a bad relationship that Supriya has, which seems to have gotten canceled. We'll just do a friendly introduction with this adult, just in case maybe there's a chance they may have a bad relationship. And of course the child we got erased. I haven't paid the bills because I keep telling Lacey, oh, there, she finally has paid them. I kept telling her to do it and she just never did it. So it just never happened. But I did also pay off $40,000 more towards the house. So they now have $65,196 left to pay on their house. And once they finish paying off the house, then they can have, I'll let them do the child is coming here, I think. Good. Hopefully. And let's see what we have. I still haven't changed the settings back. They're still using the traditional menu that they had before. Heartfelt compliment helps with your manners, so I will have her do that, and hopefully that child gets here soon so that she can finish off this social butterfly aspiration. That would be good for her. And Annie's working on her emotional control. Also, she was working on her fun. Her fun was down, so I thought that she may as well use the violin at the same time. It looks like she's being loud. I think she's my one who's in a loud stage. She is, because I saw some loudness going on. So She has completed that aspiration. I did have Lacey working on the sorry and please and thank you, mostly with Karasu. I think a little bit with Beatrice also earlier over the course of the day. So they have both moved up. Karasu has actually finished all but Beatrice have finished all 4 childhood aspirations. And now Beatrice has finished 3, and she just has the motor one left to do. But let's see where she is, just to practice typing. But I think for her, I'm really more concerned about her working on these character values. But the thing with the manners and the conflict resolution is that you can do them when you're talking to people, but it's a little bit, for the conflict resolution, you need to find people who are having issues with other people, and then that can help on that. And manners, if you just do things like friendly introductions, or cheerful if you're high enough in the charisma skill, or things like complimenting people. Those work on your manners. So I've been trying to do that, and I think her manners were maybe in the red to begin with, if I remember correctly. I know one of them was. I can't remember for sure which one it was. It's kind of hard to keep track with, 4 or 5. Well, at this point it's 4 kids. I guess it's 5 because, of course, Annie, even though she's not a child, still has these character values she's working on. But I'm pretty sure we worked on manners with Annie before we aged her up, so I don't think she was the one who had that. But let me see. I'm not seeing anything that's complimenting here. And her responsibility, what would help her with that, would be to throw away this rotten food, and then people won't be as uncomfortable. So that will help. And let's leave her for a moment. And Annie, her emotional control, she was the one who had red for emotional control, and she's been working on that. I had her writing in her journal a lot. Oh, there, it just ticked up a little bit. I do like the emotional control as young adults, because it means that they can continue to write in their journal and jogging to clear mind and stuff like that. And also it means if they get like the emotions like playful and anger and embarrassed, it helps them get out of those emotions much more quickly, or that's what I've read. I've not actually played that much with the Sims when they become young adults after they've earned these traits, just a teeny little bit. And no one has been in a bad state of mind to need that emotional control. So I've not actually been able to play that out and prove that. So I see Lacey has been wanting to paint and paint and paint and paint, so I'll let her paint, because it would be really good if she complete her last masterpiece and complete her Painter Extraordinaire aspiration. She needs some more points so that she can get the connections trait, which is 3,000, because I think I will send her to work so that we can at least get the 25% markup. As long as the street gallery is broken, but she really needs to get to a higher level, so there's no point her even starting a job until she has connections, because that gets you at a high enough level to start right away at level 4, which means she would have that ability. I don't remember if I think it is a pretty low level to be able to sell to the art gallery, but I don't think it's level 1. And it just seems a bit of a waste of time to have her working when she could be at home looking after her kids and doing all sorts of things at home. Now, I wish one thing that would be really nice is if you could ask the nannies, oh, well, we can help fix bad relationship. That will still help. To teach please and thank you and sorry, but you can ask them when they're toddlers, you can ask them to help with the flashcards and whatnot, but it doesn't seem like you can ask the other. Now, I'm just trying to get her to at least be... Oh, she's at least not in the red anymore with her emotional control. So now that that's the case, let me check Annie's needs. She being Annie. She needs a little bit of, let's try coming over here and rally the troops. I'll stop that for her for now. She was almost at the right level. She was level 3, and you do need to be level 4. So I didn't see any pop up for a masterpiece, so keep trying to go for that elusive 5th masterpiece, and that's not even worth very much, I have to say. And I'd like her to be in her career and there's another pop art that's not going to be worth very much, so that we can sell these all to art gallery. And of course Nicholas is at work, so she is done. Why don't you jog to clear mind, and once you finish jogging to clear mind, you can take a thoughtful shower in this shower here. She did come home with a school project, but I think what I'm going to have her do is I'm going to have her take a vacation day, because at this point we're really just working on her aspiration. And so if we can get her through her because she got to level A, like I said, I think I said. So she's all done in terms of that. She just needs to work on her aspiration now. And I think that's because I'm pretty sure I have the lot trait for good schools here. And plus she did her homework and her extra credit work. And I'm guessing that, I know that would have also helped. So he is working hard. So let me see. I'm going to pause because I don't really know what they're doing sitting around. And I don't know if that's just because they're frozen or if that's actually really a thing. So he wants to backflip. And even though that doesn't, we're going to jump in the pool and do a backflip. And we'll let him do that because he wants to. Let me check where he is in terms of his. So he's still, see, the problem is that it's the manners and the conflict resolution that I really need one of the parents to help work on. And we'll do some more helping fix because that will help a little bit there. But now that that's the disadvantage of sending her to work, is that we do kind of need her around, and of course we need Nicholas around, though he really only needs to get to level 8. Oh, someone has a sim with 12 or more traits. I'm not sure who that was. Oh, she got her masterpiece. Yay! I don't mind that you did it with a pop art painting. I do find sometimes when they start on their own, they're more likely to have a masterpiece. And it's worth 6,000. Very, very, very good, Lacey. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. So now that she's done that, she still needs a few more because you need 3,000 aspiration points to get the connection straight. But that's just, I'm very happy about that. I was saying I really wanted her to do that. So I think she needs to do some book writing now. And the advantage of the book writing is you just publish the books. You don't have to worry about the street gallery being broken. You can just make money from it like that and be from home. I don't know. Maybe it's better just to have her concentrate on writing instead of bothering with the career, because she really kind of needs to be at home. And she can't write while she's inspired because she's too confident from her painting. She was confident, masterful painting for 6 hours, and then confident +1 from being an inspiring artist. And honestly, I don't know if I have the lot trait that helps them learn their writing skill quicker, because if I do, that makes them doesn't make them inspired. It makes them energized instead. I should probably be making a note of the books and do that. Okay, what are you doing here? You're jogging clear mind. That's okay. That helps you. But I realize that we've really gone on. So we had some luck. We paid our bills. We still have 12,000 left, and we also have some money over in our business. Plus, the business is worth something, and tons of paintings in our inventory. Lacey completed her painting aspiration. Annie came home with 1 day at school as an A student, and the kids are all working. And also, Beatrice completed her childhood social aspiration. So the rest of them are working on their skills. So I don't know that we're going to have a birthday in the next part, but if not, it hopefully will be the following part, unless I play a little bit off camera, and maybe that's what I'll do. I'll decide what I'm going to do. But thanks very much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much.